The oppressed await deliverance, Nathan! We must not fail them! Let's go.
Do it!
It's over now. You're free. It's time to go. Let's go to the wagon.
Thank you.
Don't do it like this!
Good, you haven't left yet.
Actually, I've been gone an hour. Why?
Teaspoon's got a special dispatch for Kansas City. Figured you could use the company.
Well, it's all right. You don't have to.
I want to.
Look, kid. This ain't no big thing. Just going to see my sister is all.
Becoming an uncle for the first time ain't a big deal?
No.
Huh. Well, what's this?
Give me. All right, you can go. Just hurry up before we get any more interruptions.
Jimmy? Damn. You going someplace?
What do you guys want?
Well, we didn't think it was right for you to leave without saying a proper goodbye.
All right, well, you did it, so if you don't mind...
Jimmy, we need.
What?
Rachel knit a little blanket for the baby. One side's pink and the other side's blue for whichever way it turns out. And I got something for you, too.
Oh.
It's in case you get thirsty along the way.
I'll be sure to share it with the kid.
Look at that. Jimmy Hickok. Fastest bottle in the West.
That's just Uncle Jimmy.
In a few hours, you will take the long journey north. And very soon, the righteous war we are about to enter will spread across this great land until all of us stand again in freedom and equality. God bless.
God bless you.
And have mercy on us all. Are the children in any condition to travel?
Most of them. This girl has a fever.
Perhaps she should stay behind.
It's more important she be with her mother.
And if she infects the others?
If she hasn't by now, she won't. Isaiah, don't worry. I'll have her ready.
Very well. Thank you, Rosemary.
You must be real proud to be his wife. He's a great man.
Yes, he is.
What is it?
Kansas. Can't believe I'm back in Kansas.
You ever stopped here before? No, but I don't see anybody refuse a man water for his horse.
Yeah, well, don't be so sure about that.
Jimmy, I know this is Kansas, but it can't be that crazy. Let's take a look. It doesn't look like anybody's home.
Ain't crazy, huh?
Who are you? What do you want?
Just Pony Express riders, ma'am. I'm headed to Kansas City. He's headed to Leavenworth.
You ain't here to take Calvin?
Who's he, ma'am?
We just want water for our horses, ma'am. We'll be on our way if that's too much trouble.
Calvin?
Morning.
You want to water your horses, go ahead. But you ain't taking Calvin here.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
This away.
Ain't right folks telling you how to live your life and then shooting if you don't see things the same way.
I agree with you, ma'am.
Well, when they've had their fill, Calvin will rub them down.
You don't have to do that, ma'am.
Just 'cause humankind's gone to hell in a handbasket don't mean dumb animals have got to suffer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got work to do.
Well, if she don't beat all.
Miss Lees is a good woman.
You two work this place all alone?
Do now. Family's over there. Her husband, 3 sons, a brother, and their wives. Flu took the women. Abolitionists got the men. Me and her buried them all.
Pardon my asking, but Kansas is a free state now. Why don't you just leave?
What for? This sure is my home. Besides, she needs me.
Jimmy, I don't abide by slavery any more than you do, but what do you think about a fellow like that?
Come on, kid. We're talking about an old man in the middle of the state. About the thousands of people. People who are bought and sold every day. You think they're as happy or as well treated as him?
No, but like she said, it ain't up to the federal government to decide.
Well, then who the hell is it up to?
The way I see it, it's up to the folks closest to you. Your family, your friends, the next farm, the nearest town, like that. What this country doesn't need is a bunch of damn politicians in Washington telling us what to do.
If folks could just live and let live, you'd be right. But it might be too late for that.
Let's just hope it ain't. Well, if Katie's feeling strong, we ought to make Kansas City by tomorrow morning.
Be careful, kid. That's Missouri.
I will. Say hello to Slinda for me. I'll try and stop by on my way back.
All right, kid. Thanks for the ride, kid.
You too. Jimmy, even if things do get worse, we'll always be friends.
Surprise!
Oh, look at you.
Me? Look at you.
Come here.
So, how's life at the Pony Express?
That's all right, I guess. You know, I just can't get over seeing you like that.
Having this baby's gonna be the best thing that ever happened to us. You'll see. At first, Nathan was a little worried because these are such dark times.
Any sign of the coming trouble up your way, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's like a disease. Past couple of months, I ain't hardly been to any place that there ain't some sign of it. So I guess you're still working with the Vigilance Committee, huh?
More than ever. It's getting to the point where I hardly ever see him anymore.
We're doing some real important work. Ever since Mr. Burke got here.
Isaiah Burke?
You know him?
No, I've heard of him, though. They say he's another John Brown.
He's a great man, Jimmy. Got a last month alone, we've rescued over 100 slaves. Only lost 2 men.
Sorry I'm late. Little Lucinda was breaking a fever. It took some doing, but I think I persuaded the driver to take her along. Excuse me, I didn't know you were expecting company.
No, I ain't exactly company, just uncle to be.
Rosemary Burke, this is my brother, Jimmy Hickok.
Pleased to meet you.
The pleasure's mine, Mr. Hickok. Celinda's told me all about you.
Uh-oh.
She also told me not to believe everything I hear.
Well, good. So, you ain't any relation to Isaiah Burke, are you?
He's my husband.
I'm happy to inform you that the people we freed today are already heading north. On their way to new lives.
Is that him?
I am equally pleased to announce that our next target will be the slave compound at Crown Point, Missouri.
Excuse me, Mr. Burke. I know that place, and it's heavily guarded.
I'm aware of that.
Well, we're liable to suffer heavy losses.
I refer you to Hebrews 9:22. Without shedding of blood, there is no remission of sin.
And without the shedding of blood, there can be no end to slavery.
I'm afraid Nathan is right, gentlemen. Now, those of you who will be riding with us on Crown Point, please stay. The rest of you may go. Good. I believe that covers everything. It's late. Go home to your wives and families. If they ask you where you've been this evening or where you're going, tell them that your children's children will sleep better for what we planned here tonight.
Isaiah Burke, I'd like you to meet my brother-in-law, James Butler Hickok.
It's an honor, Mr. Hickok. Although I did not know him well, I admired your late father very much.
Thank you. He's a good man.
He died for the noblest cause of all. The brotherhood and dignity of all men.
The way I remember it, he was stabbed by a drunken slaver. You know, he died in my arms.
Yes. You also have something of a reputation, Mr. Hickok, whether rightly earned or not. Regardless, we could use your help.
I don't think so.
Think about it. This is a rare opportunity to be part of a greater good.
Yeah? And in a couple of days, how many of these men's wives are going to be widows?
Too many, unfortunately. Just give it some thought. In the meantime, perhaps you could lend us some benign assistance. We'll be needing medical supplies. And since many of our members are already living under a veil of suspicion, I would be greatly indebted if you would accompany my wife to the apothecary.
I guess I can do that.
Thank you.
You really think that fellow in there believed these were for an orphanage?
Probably not. But I'm sure Isaiah will have his people check him out.
What do you mean, like which side he's on?
People's lives are at stake here, James. You can't be too careful.
So I gather.
Sorry. Can you hand the ball back?
Go ahead. Like kids, don't you?
Very much.
Rosemary, I know I don't hardly know you at all, but it sure looks like, I don't know, you and your husband sure seem different, I guess.
Do we? We weren't always. When I met him, He was so heroic. Back then, we believed that if people were only educated, they would recognize the evils of slavery, and change would come peacefully. Hasn't quite worked out that way.
It usually doesn't when you're telling folks they're wrong. So is that why you married him? Because he was a hero?
I fell in love. I'd never met a man like Isaiah before. He was so gentle and kind, thoughtful. We were part of a great and noble cause.
Look, when I was growing up, the cause was all I ever heard about. And, of course, the other side had their cause, too. So I've seen some pretty strange things from both sides. Lately, I can't help wondering how much any cause is worth.
As opposed to what?
Family, living next to your neighbor in peace, things like that.
That'll come someday.
But for someone else, right? Not you.
No, not me. Not you either, if I'm any judge.
Given the heavy traffic of slaves through this compound, it's very well defended. Warren, when I fire a shot, your men will ride in from behind these trees. Rosemary, on my signal, you'll approach the south gate.
Excuse me, Isaiah. Ain't there some other way of doing this without using your wife?
Mr. Hickok, Rosemary has assisted us twice before. Quite successfully, I might add. Again, I must stress that speed is essential. It's up to you, gentlemen. Any questions?
Well,
no, sir.
Good. Let's get started.
Yeah. Very well.
Can't you talk him out of this?
Even if I wanted to, I doubt it would be possible. You've got to help me. We were crossing the river. We were attacked. Abolitionists. They wanted to take our slaves. My husband's holding them off, but he's hurt bad and he can't ride.
I'll get Jack with you. Just a few more minutes. Nathan, get in position to pick her up.
I'll go with him.
Please, you've got to help me. The longer we wait, the less chance they've got.
I'll get some men ready to ride.
Wait. Ma'am, just how many abolitionists did you see?
At least a dozen, maybe more.
And you say this happened down by the bend in the river?
Yes, please, there's no time.
Lady, I've got a work crew down there. If there's trouble, we'd have heard about it. Now let's go have a little talk with Mr. Sutton. Double the watch. Get her.
Jimmy, no! Is he doing? He'll ruin everything! Hickok, because of your foolishness, Warren and his men will die today. There's nothing we can do for them now. We failed. Let's go. Now.
You gonna be all right?
I think so.
When he gets ready to travel, I'll take him on home.
Tell your sister I'll come by to pray with her later.
Praying's fine, but I think a doctor would be a better idea right now, don't you?
I'm sorry we can't take that chance.
We gotta talk.
There is nothing to talk about, Mr. Hickok. What happened this morning was most unfortunate. But it's over now. All that matters is that we regroup.
I don't believe you. We could have just been looking at Nathan and Rosemary in a grave, and all you can talk about is regrouping.
These are merely the opening salvos of what promises to be a long and bloody war. And unless I'm mistaken, wars usually entail casualties.
And what if Rosemary's one of them?
She'll be mourned by no one more than myself, I can assure you. Mr. Hickok, it was your heroics which doomed us to failure.
You will not put that on me. We were undermanned from the start, and you know it. You know what I don't understand? Is how you can use your wife and just sit there as they take her off.
We would have gotten her out, but instead you roused the whole camp and made success impossible, at least for today.
What do you mean today?
I mean that we will have to try again.
Oh, that's crazy. They'll be waiting for you out there.
Not necessarily. I have a contact inside, named Edwards. He'll leak the word that Warren and his men were all we had. Meanwhile, I will muster replacements.
So you already got a bloodbath. Now you just want another one.
Hickok, if you don't believe that the lives of 30 of our black brothers and sisters are worth the sacrifice, I will have to ask you to leave and never speak of today's events again.
How's he doing?
He's almost asleep. I'm gonna get some more water.
Messed up pretty good, didn't we?
You mean me, don't you? Don't worry, you'll get another chance. Seems old Isaiah's bound and determined to make a martyr out of himself. And just about anyone else who's fool enough to go along with him.
What are you talking about?
He's planning another raid on Crown Point.
When?
Couple days, I think.
I better yell it fast.
Come on, Nathan, think about this. You and Celinda got a little one coming. Don't you think that child deserves a father?
We have to take chances in the cause of liberty.
I don't believe this. Well, get some rest. You don't need it.
What's he talking about, Nathan?
Nothing. We're committed to Isaiah Burke. If you don't share that commitment, you'd best leave.
Nathan!
It's between me and Jimmy, honey.
I wanted to thank you for coming after me this morning. I was afraid you might leave before I got the chance.
Well, a lot of people have been telling me to, that's for sure.
Don't hate Isaiah James.
Rosemary, I don't hate Isaiah. I just, feel more sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't appreciate you. Tell me something. When was the last time Isaiah told you that he loved you?
Those things aren't important anymore.
To him or to you? Come on, you're the one who said he wasn't always like this. Won't you tell me what happened?
We had a son. We were living in Boston. When Michael was 6 months old, there was an influenza epidemic. Isaiah was in New York at a vigilance meeting. He never forgave himself. It changed him.
I'm sorry.
No, James, please. I'm already ashamed of myself.
For what?
For what I feel when I'm around you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Why not? It's human.
I don't know what's happening to me. I came here to thank you for saving my life, and I also wanted to see you again. I know it's wrong, but I don't want you to leave.
I ain't leaving.
You know you don't have to do this. No one will think any less of you.
No.
Jimmy, please tell him not to go.
Tried, Celinda. But he won't listen.
I have to, honey. This is what we've been working for all this time. You know that. And I promise, when our baby takes its first breath, I'm gonna be there, okay? We better go.
James, be careful.
Kid! What are you doing here?
Well, I got these in Kansas City, and I figured I'd deliver them myself, and we'd ride back together.
This here's my brother-in-law, Nathan.
How do you do?
Hello.
Thanks. Rosemary, give these to Celinda, would you please?
Is there something wrong?
Come on, Jimmy. Isaiah's waiting.
Isaiah Burke?
Be back in a few hours, kid. We'll talk then.
You're riding with him, aren't you?
What if I am?
Jimmy?
It's all right, Nathan. Isaiah's doing some important work, kid.
Jimmy, he's a fanatic like John Brown. Murdered a federal marshal in Kentucky, shot him in the back.
Well, but they're killing slaves down south, and they ain't calling that murder. At least he's doing something about it.
Why are you doing this?
Nathan!
Give us away.
No, he won't.
I guess you were right about Kansas all along.
It ain't just about Kansas, kid.
I don't understand it. I thought Jimmy was gonna stay out of this kind of trouble.
Well, being from the South, kid, I know this is hard for you. But lately, staying out of it is getting harder and harder for decent people to do.
Well, maybe. But Isaiah Burke? Ma'am, I know he's your husband, and I'm sorry, but he's a murderer.
Kid!
It's all right, Celinda. It's true. Isaiah did kill that marshal. Would you like to know why? He was going to send a family of 6 runaways back to a living hell in Mississippi. I was there. Isaiah tried arguing with him, but the man wouldn't listen. There was nothing else he could do.
I'll get it.
Nathan here?
He rode over to Seneca a little while ago. Something I can help you with, Marshal?
Well, these soldiers here got word that he might be part of the vigilance committee that's giving aid to Isaiah Burke.
I just got here. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
How about we take a look for ourselves?
It's all right, Sergeant. I know these folks. They wouldn't be involved in something like that.
Thank you.
So, Linda, as soon as Nathan gets back, you're gonna have to leave here.
If he gets back.
You're a brave man, Mr. Edwards. But I know you're working for Isaiah Burke. Why don't you tell me? When is he coming back?
You know, Isaiah, I can't seem to figure you out.
What's to understand, Mr. Hickok?
Why, man, so much to live for seems so bent on dying.
Is that how you see me?
It's true, ain't it?
Perhaps. Rosemary thinks quite highly of you.
She's quite a woman. Very fortunate.
Yes. Yes, I suppose I am.
She told me how you used to be a pacifist. What happened?
History.
History? Or was it a little boy named Michael? It wasn't your fault, man.
Mr. Hickok. The failure of our last raid. That was not your fault either. I don't know if I would have had the courage to do what you did.
Yeah, you would.
As he died to make men holy, let us fight to make them free!
Something's wrong.
Edwards?
Go back!
That's a trap! Get out of here!
Save yourself! Get out of here!
Don't shoot! That's Burke! I want him alive! I'm going to get Isaiah!
No, you're not.
Oh my God, what happened?
We didn't stand a chance. They were waiting for us.
Isaiah?
He's alive, but they got him. I'm sorry. Kid, what are you doing here?
Federal troops came right after you left. They were looking for Nathan. Jimmy, they think he's working for the Vigilance Committee. It's only a matter of time before they come back.
What about Celinda? Is she all right?
Don't worry, Nathan. She's safe with the Colberts.
What are you gonna do?
Wait until dusk. And I'm going back. Get him out of there.
By yourself?
No, I'm going with him.
Well, what have we here? Looks like old Daniel got himself caught in the lion's den. Son, that there's Mr. Isaiah Burke. He's a real important person. Figures God gave him the right to teach the rest of us how to live. Go on, take a look at him. Tomorrow, we're gonna hang him till he's dead, while 10,000 Missourians look on and cheer. Come on, son.
Why are you doing this?
Because, why else?
Jimmy, if you don't get him out...
Don't worry, we'll get him out. Come on.
Would you look at that? Well, that's pretty as a picture. Of course, this time tomorrow, they'll all be heading back to their rightful homes. Big plantation, somewhere down around Baton Rouge. Funny, ain't it? What brings men like you and me together?
Hi there.
Good evening. Who are...
When those Yankee friends of yours get to seeing what we're gonna do with you tomorrow, maybe they'll finally understand that we can no longer tolerate being part of any union that regards a man like you as some kind of hero. Personally, I'm looking forward to it.
One sound and you're dead.
Isaiah, you all right?
I think so.
The keys are up by the lantern.
God, what have they done to him?
Come on, let's get you out of here. Kid. Go ahead. Watch him. What are you laughing at?
I'm just wondering how you figuring on getting out of here.
Don't you worry, we'll figure out something. Isaiah!
Go ahead. Shoot. You won't get 10 feet past that door.
It doesn't matter.
Isaiah!
I'm sorry.
Papa?
Over here, son.
Woke up, didn't know where you were. Papa, why is that man pointing a gun at you?
Isaiah? Don't do this. Please.
Get rid of the boy.
Go on back to the house, son. Go on. I'll be along in a minute.
You get them. I'll take care of them. Stay here.
Now listen to me. You're all free to go, but you're on your own.
Someone's coming.
Isaiah! Oh my God. What have they done to you? Nathan, help him down. Careful. You're okay.
Rosemary, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What for?
Not being there when you needed me. And Michael.
It's all right, Isaiah. It's all right.
How's your head?
Did you have to hit me so hard?
Look, Nathan. If they've linked you up with Isaiah, you know it's only going to be a matter of time before they come back.
I know. The committee's got safe houses all through the state. We'll move as soon as we get back.
All right, well, you let me know where you are, because I want to know when that baby comes.
You sure you don't want to join up with us?
Maybe one day, if folks don't come to their senses. Meanwhile, I'd just as soon deliver the mail. Give Celinda my love, all right?
Jimmy. Thanks.
You bet.
You're leaving.
Yeah. There's too much fighting going on around here.
James, if things had been different,
Don't say it. Just promise me one thing, all right?
anything.
As soon as Isaiah gets healed up, make sure he takes you dancing or something.
I promise.
Good. Bye, Rosemary.
James, I'll never forget you.
Sure you will.
Jim, we got a problem.
Yeah, what's that?
Fastest way home is through Kansas.
Oh, yeah? Well, anything beats Missouri.
Look at this, Cody. Beautiful, ain't it? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. You know, kid, there's something they didn't warn us about when we signed on for this job. Boredom.
Come on, let's go.
We want to make Fort Laramie for supper. We best get a move on. Bet you we can get a meal there. Prosperity. It's got a nice ring to it, don't you think?
I don't know.
Come on, kid. We could be there in an hour. Besides, after the ride we just made to St. Joe, we owe it to ourselves. Afternoon. The ground must be mighty interesting around here, 'cause it seems that's all anyone's paying any mind to.
Here you go, Monty.
What happened to you?
Wind was kicking up in the salt flats. When are the kid and Cody coming back anyway?
Saturday.
What's the matter, Lou? Double duty ain't your idea of a good time?
Yeah, me too. Says next time Teaspoon sends some special couriers to St. Joe, he's volunteering.
Gonna have to fight me first.
I'll take winner.
Come on, boys, it's ready.
This I gotta see.
What?
Craig came in from Chicago today.
Teaspoon says it's gonna make the horse absolute.
Obsolete.
Whatever.
Just arrived this morning, all the way from Scotland. As soon as I read about it, I knew he had to have one.
What is it?
Boys, this here is a velocipede. It's gonna change the world as we know.
What's it do?
Takes a body from point A to point B. It speeds up to 14 miles per hour. How? Ain't figured that out yet. I think it has something to do with this wheel.
Well, now ain't that a sight for sore eyes?
What about supper?
It's still early. Come on, let's have a look-see.
I don't know. I ain't much in the mood.
Oh, if I had to wait for that, I'd die of thirst. Come on, kid. What harm will it do? You coming?
Well, just don't lose all your money, all right? Remember.
I know, I'm buying supper. Just to show you I'm a man of my word, I'll even let you hold my money. Hey, let's go.
Bartender. Be any trouble to pour us a couple sarsaparillas?
That'll be $2.
$2. Wait a minute. Pay him, kid. Thank you. Enjoy it. It's over 500 miles of hard riding in that glass.
Worth every inch.
Just give me a minute to talk it over with my friend here.
I'll be waiting.
Another 500 miles?
Well over 1,000.
That about clears you out, doesn't it?
Well, of course, there's...
Not a chance.
Oh, come on, kid. She said she liked you, too.
That's nice, but I'm hungry and you owe me a meal.
Next time you need a favor, don't bother asking me.
Meet me in the cafe in an hour.
Hi, girls, drink?
I'd like to, ma'am, but these prices...
Oh, come on, what's a little drink?
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Ned? I'm Tulsa. So, what brings a nice-looking boy like you into a place like this?
Well, ma'am, truth be told, I'm a Pony Express rider. Me and my friend were just riding back to Sweetwater from St. Joe when we saw the sign on the trail.
Sure, you got a lucky look about you. Let's say, we're gonna try to win you some money.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't do that either.
You're a tough one, aren't you? Oh, I tell you what, you come with me for good luck, and I'll try. Can't hurt, can it?
I guess not.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
Odd or even? You look pretty even to me. Even it is. We won!
9, and the winner is 9. Pay 9.
Wait a minute, mister. The number was 20. Now give the lady her winnings.
The results stand. Place your bets for the next spin.
You can't do that. Give me that. You're hurting my arm.
Let go of her arm, mister.
I said let go.
You all right, man?
I'm fine.
Excuse me. I'm DeForest Whitcomb, proprietor of this establishment.
Good.
The lady bet even, and it came up odd. When I cleared the table, she attempted to reclaim her bet. I tried to intercede, and the gentleman struck me.
Now, that's not the way it happened, and you know it.
Sheriff, how do you recommend we handle this?
Well, Mr. Whitcomb, I think it's a simple case of assault. I think a few days in jail might do him some good.
What? Mr. Whitcomb, it wasn't his fault.
Tulsa, I don't want to have to haul you in, too. Deputies.
Wait a minute, I didn't do nothing. This
Ladies,
is crazy.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets.
Cody, am I glad to see you?
Something I can do for you?
He's a friend of mine. It okay if I talk to him?
Put your gun on the table. You got 2 minutes. I'm watching.
Thank you. It's the last place I expected to find you. What happened?
I hit a guy who was cheating, bullying a lady at the saloon. Next thing I knew, they were hauling me in.
Now what?
I don't know. I'm in for 5 days.
5 days. Kid.
You think I like it?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. There's not much you can do. Go back and tell Teaspoon. Tell him it wasn't my fault. If I'm lucky, maybe he won't fire me.
He won't fire you. Probably have you riding double duty for the next 10 years.
Time's up.
You gonna be all right?
I can handle 5 days. I'll see you next week.
Watch yourself.
Hey, Cody. You still owe me supper. so funny?
You? That little friend of yours?
I have another friend, Sheriff. A United States Marshal. And when I get out of here, I'm gonna make damn sure he hears about this.
About what?
I don't know. But there's something funny going on here.
You know, boy, I don't think I like your attitude.
Yeah, well, your face don't do much for me either.
Oh, is that right? You just talked yourself into some real trouble. Jessup! McAllister! Get in here. Our boy here's gonna do some hard time.
Wait a minute, where are you taking me?
We'll find out soon enough.
No, boy. Come on, Sam. Daddy, let go of me! Oh, it ain't gonna do you no good now. Get that door. Come on. Say hello to your new friend there, cowboy.
Look, I don't know what y'all are in here for, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a big mistake.
Shut up. Go to sleep.
You don't understand. I don't belong here.
And we do?
I didn't mean it like that. It's just that I didn't do anything.
Thought I told you to shut up.
It's nice.
You better get some sleep. Morning comes fast around here.
Wonder what Kid and Cody are doing now.
Probably sitting around a fire, sipping coffee and cooking bacon, laughing at us.
So you're the new boy, huh? Rise and shine. Morning work detail. Everybody up. Let's go. Let's go.
I was hoping this was all a bad dream.
It is. Come on, let's go. Keep moving. Come on, boys. Time to go to work. Move it. Come on, pick it up! Come on, pick it up!
Maybe I was seeing things, but I could have sworn I saw you digging a tunnel last night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
like that. Like this.
Thanks. Got a name?
Richard?
Richard Elliott. Hey, call me the kid. What are you in here for, Richard?
But the original complaint was resisting due process. Due process, that's a good one, don't you think? That was a year ago.
It was a year ago? You've been here ever since?
Oh, I've been here most of my life. This was my father's mine. In the old days when prosperity lived up to its name. Before Whitcomb came along and bought the bank that held loans on every business in town.
I don't understand.
When his thugs came to foreclose, my father fought back and was killed. I went to the sheriff seeking justice, and I ended up here.
How come no one ever stopped him?
He bought protection from powerful people. After that, everyone who opposed him either ended up dead or had a sudden change of heart.
And this is how he keeps folks in line?
It is rather effective, don't you think?
No talking. Get back to work.
Welcome to Hard Time, kid.
Okay, let me go. Nope, I ain't got the speed. Let me go. Nope. I need 14 miles per hour. Whoa. Okay, let me go. Let him go.
He's good at that! Hey!
Forward! Forward!
Oh, can't reach the steroids! Hey! Don't let go! Don't let go! I can't reach the steroids!
Telling you boys, you gotta work the treadle. It's that simple. Now, who's next? Marshall? Nah. Emma?
Oh, not me, Mr. Spoon.
Step aside. What are you laughing at? This thing does what Teaspoon says it'll do, and you're out of a job. Giddy up.
Hey, Jimmy, how you
Got her? All right. Let her go.
Turn me around.
Let her go.
Okay. Bring her on home.
Hey, look at me.
Damn good, Jimmy. Ride her.
Hell, this ain't so hard.
Get it up to speed.
Jimmy!
Well, that ain't so hard, Teaspoon, is it? Let's try again.
Now hurry it up.
What you so happy about?
I was just thinking that my friend ought to get back to Sweetwater by tomorrow. A few days after that, they'll start wondering what happened and come looking for me.
They know that?
Sheriff does.
Be careful.
Why? Damn it, you said be careful. Why?
Tell him.
Men who are on the tail end of their sentences have a strange way of getting in deeper. Especially outsiders.
What's his name, anyway?
Hinton.
Hinton. Hinton, would it be all right if I troubled you with another question?
Go to hell.
Tulsa, Whitcomb wants to see you.
open.
You wanted to see me, Mr. Wickham?
Yes. Would you mind terribly scrubbing my back, Tulsa? Please. Ah, that's excellent.
Let me help.
Go inside. Take the dirt from Little Hawk and hand it back to me.
You want me to go in there? I know, dumb question.
As soon as the first person makes it across, the next one goes. Who's going first?
What about Richard?
No, I can't, kid. Whitcomb's got my wife, Tulsa. He'd kill her if I escaped.
I suggest you hurry.
Draw.
Good luck.
Hey, kid. Sorry I gave you such a hard time.
Don't worry about it. Let's get out of here.
What do you want, Mr. Wickham?
Come around here, please. Tulsa? Look at me. You know, if I were to argue on your dear husband's behalf, it's possible I could convince the sheriff to expedite his release. If you were willing to do something for me.
What?
Oh, come, my dear. Need I really be more explicit?
Quiet, or you dead.
Take him to the smokehouse. What about the Indian? I'll take care of him.
Boy, look at here what just popped out of the ground.
Yeah!
Hitting that you? Oh my God.
Well, now, looks like we've got us a killer here.
Caught him in the act.
Hope you like our little arrangement here, boy. 'Cause you're gonna be spending the rest of your born days here.
Damn you.
Slack it!
I got a friend for you, boys. Name's Davidge. Tried stealing tobacco from Mr. Whitcomb's store.
Crazy! I didn't do nothing!
He didn't do nothing.
Why, you let go! Let go of me! Shut up and relax. I'm trying to help you. Get back to work.
What kind of crazy place is this? About as crazy as they come. Just do like the man says.
Water!
coming.
Cody!
Hey there, Cody.
Thanks, Zach.
Where's the kid, Cody?
He's all right, Lou. That's the good news. The bad news is he's in jail.
What'd he do, steal candy?
No, he punched some guy out in the saloon. Said he was cheating a lady. Got himself 5 days for the trouble.
Well, that sure sounds like the kid.
And where was you, Mr. Cody, when the kid was doing his gentlemanly duty in this here saloon? Huh?
Well, let's just say I was, I was sort of preoccupied, Teaspoon. Happened in a little town called Prosperity, about 4 hours the other side of Fort Laramie. Funny place, too.
What do you mean, funny?
Well, there was a sign outside of town saying how friendly it was. Now, there's a lot in this world I don't know, but I do know friendly. And if it's one thing this town wasn't, that'd be it. It was like everyone was afraid.
Afraid of what?
I couldn't say. I just know something definitely wasn't right.
Cody, was the kid in trouble?
5 days ain't so bad.
That ain't what I'm talking about.
I wish I could say no, Teaspoon, but I just can't be sure. I've been thinking about it the whole ride back.
Any ideas, Mr. Spoon?
Now, hold on. I seen a drover by the hotel in town the other day. Seems he worked that part of the country.
I think the real reason is we always thought someone else would come along and take care of it, but by the time we realized no one would, it was too late.
That's the craziest story I ever heard.
Well, now you're part of it.
What's with him? He loco something?
No more than the rest of us. He wouldn't talk, so they beat him up.
Kid.
What?
You asleep?
No, not anymore.
Can we talk?
What is it?
Since Hinton died, I can't sleep.
If Tulsa
hadn't agreed to work for Whitcomb, I'd have been dead a long time ago. I couldn't take a chance on that tunnel. It was too dangerous. I told Hinton that, but tried to convince him. You wouldn't listen.
What are you talking about, Richard?
Nothing. Go to sleep, kid.
You know, it's funny you should ask me about that. Same thing happened to one of my wranglers. He goes into the general store to buy a plug of tobacco. Next thing I know, they're running him off to jail for trying to steal it.
Well, did he?
He was a new man. I didn't much know him. Sure raised a hell of a ruckus, though. Swore up and down he was innocent. But the sheriff had a couple of witnesses, so there weren't much I could do.
Say, how long did they lock him up for?
5 days, I think it was. Yeah, that's right, 5 days. I say something wrong?
No, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You gotta go after him, Sam.
Well, I'll go with you, and I'll stop at Fort Laramie on the way. If there's something funny going on, Territorial Governor's office might know about it.
Hey, don't I get some?
2 days on the job and you're thirsty? Guess we just gotta toughen you up, son. Not so tough now, are you, cowboy?
back to work. Leave me alone.
How you doing?
Get away from me.
Ease up. You'll never make it like this.
Go to hell.
Yeah. I already been there.
Tulsa?
Richard, please. I did it for you. I did it for both of us. Please believe me.
No talking to the president.
All right, Mr. Burke, the lady's with me. Why, Mr. Elliot, what a coincidence bumping into you here. I have good news. Your wife has arranged for your imminent release, haven't you, my dear?
I don't understand.
You know, Richard, you don't mind my calling you Richard, do you? It's really quite remarkable how much you and I have in common. At one time, your family owned most of this town, and now I do. And in a similar vein, once you shared Tulsa's bed. And now, well, all I can say is you were a very fortunate fellow. Come, my dear.
Richie, you okay? Get away from me, kid. I said, get away.
Wonder how the kid's doing.
Don't worry, Lou. On him, he should be fine. Now, if it's Jimmy, on the other hand...
He'd have been hung by now.
Don't shoot! It's me, Sam.
What'd you find out, Sam?
Nothing definite. But the governor's office has had some complaints about that town the last couple of years. You know, shopkeepers being run out of business, that kind of thing. But that ain't all.
What else?
Seems a few drifters and settlers passing through that part of the territory kind of disappeared. The governor's office sent in a man to investigate. He was due back yesterday. But as of 3 hours ago, he hadn't shown up.
Don't worry, Lou. Kid can take care of himself.
Yeah.
Richard? Oh, no.
The guards knew about Hinton's escape plans all along. But they knew he'd never talk, so they worked on me. I'm sorry you got caught up in this nightmare, and for the terrible injustice I've caused you. I haven't the right to ask your forgiveness, only your understanding. Meanwhile, I pray that whatever world I've gone to is better than the one I've left behind. Your friend, Richard.
Get to work! You know what to do!
Hey, kid, ease up. You're working too hard.
Go to hell.
Already did. Thanks.
Hey, you two, shut up! Get to work!
Well, this is quite a surprise.
What happened to Richard?
Now, is that any way to say hello?
I asked you a question.
Yeah, I guess you did.
Tell me, damn you, where is he? Something happened, didn't it? You bastards.
Well, I wouldn't feel too bad. Mr. Whitcomb likes you.
Oh, my God. What have I done?
Mr. Whitcomb, I think you ought to take a look outside.
What is it, Ned?
See what you're talking about, Cody. This place gives me the chills.
Sheriff, I'm U.S. Marshal Sam Kane out of Sweetwater.
Cal Limley, what brings you way out here, Marshal?
Well, you arrested a boy here a few days ago for fighting in the saloon. Came to check on him. These are some friends of his.
Yeah, I remember you.
Where is he?
Should be on his way home. Man served his time, Marshal. I released him. You released him? Yeah, must have been about 7 o'clock this morning. It's in the books here if you'd like to take a look at it.
Yeah, please. Seems to be in order.
He didn't happen to mention where he was headed, did he?
No, he didn't.
Well, thanks, Sheriff. Sorry to trouble you.
No trouble at all. No trouble at all.
Come on, boys. We've taken up enough of the man's time. Oh, by the way, Sheriff, there's another man who got in trouble here a few days ago. Cowhand got caught stealing tobacco. You got any idea what happened to him?
Must be some mistake, Marshal. I don't recall that.
That's probably some other town.
Yeah, probably was.
Well, thanks again for your help.
You bet.
Sam? Something's wrong here. If the sheriff released the kid this morning like he said, we'd have crossed paths somewhere between Fort Laramie and the turnoff.
I know.
He's still here.
Is that where he got in trouble?
That's the place, all right.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm getting mighty thirsty.
All right, place your bets, boys. I'm going to now. That's all bets placed. Here we go. Number 2, red.
Excuse me. I was in here a couple days ago with a friend of mine. You remember that?
Never seen you before in my life, friend.
What? But I was just...
You heard me. Now, what'll you have?
Nothing.
Place your bets, boys.
Whatever you do, don't look at me. You friends with that boy that was here the other day?
Do you know where he's at?
Your friend's in a lot of trouble.
All right, drop your weapons and release your prisoners.
Please.
Hold it.
Come on, we ain't got all day.
I never thought I'd be so glad to see you guys.
Unlock them. All right, hurry up with those chains. Come on. Hurry up, get the chains off. One of you men named Roy Davidge?
That'd be me.
Territorial governor sends his regards.
Yeah, well, I got some things to tell him, too.
He ain't the only one.
You look awful, kid.
Had better weeks.
Come on, let's get out of here. Get out! Get out of the way! Yeah! Get him! Don't let him get away! Nobody move!
Watch him. He's dead. Looks like his neck's broke.
Can't say I'm sorry.
Let's get you to a doctor.
Wake up! Sheriff!
Everybody all right?
Yeah. Hey, kid, where you going?
Someone I gotta see.
Going somewhere?
Tulsa. Don't be stupid. There's plenty here for both of us.
I know.
Marshal, on your way back to Sweetwater, you tell the governor I'm going to be staying on it for a few days until they elect a permanent sheriff. Well, I think I know just the man for the job. Yeah, I gotta admit, the thought did cross my mind. Good luck.
He's a tough little guy, ain't he? Take care of yourself, Roy.
Go to hell, kid.
Sorry, I already been there.
Hey, kid, wait. You weren't gonna leave without saying goodbye, were you?
Be good, Tulsa.
You too, kid. Oh, and thanks. All of you.
Friendly little town, don't you think?
Cody, do me a favor. The next time you get bored, let's go look at rocks or something.
St. Joe, folks! St. Joseph, Missouri!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Howdy, partner. Russell Majors and Waddell, home of the Pony Express.
Snow's melted. Sheriff Pass is open.
So, you're Ambrose's son. College man, huh?
Yes, sir. I'm a business major. But my true love is heroes and legends of the American frontier.
Uh-huh. So tell me, how's that brother of mine?
Fine. His book on Wordsworth's going to be published next spring.
Still got his head in the clouds. Says here you're looking for work.
I know it's asking a lot, but I want to ride for the Pony Express. I'd be willing to do whatever it takes.
Well, since you're family, I suppose you can be trusted. See Blodgett down the hall.
Thank you, Uncle Arthur. I won't let you down. That was 3 weeks ago. Things don't always work out the way you want. But when I saw your name on the payroll, I couldn't believe it. Me, working for the same company as Wild Bill Hickok.
There aren't many real heroes left in this shrinking world of ours. But I want you to know I count you among them. Until next time, your loyal friend, Ambrose Merriweather Jr.
Oh, I am truly touched. Now go to sleep.
Got yourself an admirer, Jimmy.
Jimmy? What? Can I have your autograph?
Boss, we got us a problem. I just got a letter from Mr. Arthur T. Merriweather of Russell, Majors, and Waddell in St. Joe. Company wants to move our route to the mountains 50 miles north.
They can't do that.
Why, what's wrong? Ought to save us at least half a day.
Yeah, we'll do that all right.
Don't tell us what the real problem is, Teaspoon.
Well, if they make the change, we'll be crossing right through the middle of the Sioux burial ground. They don't take too kindly to that, do they, Buck?
They'll never let us pass. Not without a fight.
What are we going to do, Teaspoon?
I'm going to call a territorial riders and supervisors meeting on Tuesday. Maybe we can talk some sense into this damn company.
These are worthless. The Sioux have full rights under the law. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Oh, but I do. When Union Pacific links both coasts by rail, they'll have to cross those mountains somewhere.
But only an act of Congress can validate the Indians' claim to that land. And what about your riders? Don't you think they'll object?
No, they already have, which is why I procured a mark from a Sioux chief named Yellow Fox, guaranteeing safe passage. A guarantee he won't be able to keep since he recently met with a rather unfortunate accident.
Are Russell, Majors, and Waddell aware of these activities of yours?
Don't worry. After the first riders attacked, the Army will be called in to pacify the situation. It'll be over before anyone knows what really happened. Then we'll assume full rights to the land, and you'll use your influence in Washington to sway the railroad deal. Yes?
Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt. Pardon me. But, your representative to the riders and supervisors meeting in Sweetwater is taken ill. If it's all right, sir, I was wondering if I could take his place.
You? Do you know what this is about, Ambrose?
Yes, sir. You proposed a route change and the riders are balking. You need to send someone there to investigate their concerns.
Our riders aren't college men, Ambrose. They can be unreasonable, even hostile. Are you sure you're up to that?
Absolutely.
All right, you've got the job. But remember, you'll be representing the management of this company. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Tell Blanche that you've been reassigned. I'll fill you in on the particulars later.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Actually, Ambrose is the perfect choice. He's as loyal as he is naive. And if anything goes wrong, he'll take the fall.
Boys, I'd like to call the police order and lay it down. Gentlemen, perhaps you didn't hear me. I'd like to call the street to order. This meeting is called to order. All of you know by now that as of a week from Friday, the company is proposing to move our route through the mountains 50 miles north. About right here, smack in the middle of the Sioux's most sacred land. Now, realizing this might give us cause for concern, the company's general manager, Mr. Arthur T. Merriweather, has sent his nephew to meet with us today. So, won't you give a warm welcome to Mr. Ambrose Merriweather, Jr.?
Did he just say who I thought he said?
Ain't that the same fella that been sending Hickok all them letters?
That's the one.
What'd they send him for?
Gentlemen, I've got some good news. I have here an agreement signed by Chief Yellow Fox guaranteeing safe passage through Table Rock.
So where's Yellow Fox now?
Excuse me?
I was on relay headed toward Harper Ridge. Run into a band of Sioux. I figured I was a dead man for sure, but it turned out they were looking for Yellow Fox. Now, they said they found his horse a few miles off, but there weren't no sign of him.
That's because Merriweather probably had him killed.
Boys, we don't know for sure that anything's happened yet.
Let's deliver Merriweather a message of our own.
Gentlemen, I can assure you, our company would never do anything to jeopardize your safety.
Sam, it wouldn't be us I'd be worried about right now.
Simmer down there now. Boys, get up here. Lou, get the horses. Boys, you better get up here.
I don't understand. Why are they so upset?
Must be your personality.
Can we discuss this? Gentlemen, can we please discuss this like civilized men?
Hickok? I can't believe
Come on, son, get out of the way! Get on something! Come on,
Clearly, I made a strong impression. Miss Shannon, this is the most delicious meal I've had since I left Yale.
Well, thank you.
I just want you all to know how grateful I am for what you've done for me today. And as far as the route change business goes, I fully support Mr. Hunter's intention to get to the truth.
I'm real happy to hear that.
Relax, Jimmy. It ain't Ambrose's fault his uncle's a snake.
I'll let you all in on a little secret. I like my uncle about as much as you do. If you'll excuse me, it's been a long day, and Miss Shannon, thank you for the meal. It was delicious.
Certainly.
It was a pleasure meeting all of you. Mr. Hickok, do you prefer to be addressed as Mr. Hickok, Jimmy, James, or Wild Bill?
Jimmy's all right, I guess.
Jimmy? I want you to know I've read just about everything ever written about you. I'm truly honored to make your acquaintance.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Well, good night, y'all. Buck, listen, I've been thinking a lot about what that man said at the meeting about Yellow Fox.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, I want you to take me out to Table Rock, eh? I need to know if the Indians intend to honor his agreement.
Can you ride?
Sure. What do I do now?
Just gotta give him a little kick.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jimmy, you know, I was wondering, did you really kill those gunfighters, Longley and Calder?
Ambrose, if those books you read said I did, then I guess I did.
Why?
Why? Why don't you go make yourself useful?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
What?
I wasn't faulting you for it.
Well, I'm real relieved to hear that.
Well, later on I'll be riding with Buck over to Table Rock.
That's nice, Ambrose.
Well, I'll see you later, Jim. The West is everything I dreamed it would be. Jimmy, he doesn't like being called Wild Bill. And I are becoming fast friends. And he's teaching me how to shoot. Jimmy says that before long, there won't be a gunfighter in the territory who can stand up to me. But in all honesty, I know I'll never be a match for him. No one's that good. Where is everyone?
Don't worry, we're not alone.
Hello? My name is Ambrose Merriweather, and I represent the firm of Russells, Majors, and Waddell.
Ambrose.
They don't speak English.
Do you speak Lakota?
Lakota?
Yeah.
No. Tell them I have an agreement here signed by their chief, Yellow Fox, and I need to know if they intend to honor it.
Shunkalazi Hechetulo Uichua Uichua Poa Shkulazi Tokeya Slowashni Cadet Nacheche.
What did he say?
Yellow Fox disappeared on his way home from a peace meeting. His brother believes he was deceived and killed.
But they don't know for sure? Well, ask him if they'll let our riders pass.
Wasichukilena Opta Iapi Oki Okipi Hoa Tokeya Slonya Leila Yoma Kapishni Unchiza Kate Hoheche Tulo. Till they know for sure what happened to Yellow Fox, they've chosen not to avenge him. But if their burial ground is desecrated, they'll have no choice, and their vengeance will know no bounds.
But what about his mark on this agreement?
Here. Ambrose, they're not gonna let us pass. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Now, you wanna try, you go right ahead. I'm going back.
Bye. Come on.
Come on, Jimmy! Looking good, Jimmy!
Good riding. Great ride, Jimmy. Can I try?
What? Ambrose, you just learned how to ride. You're not ready for this.
Come on, fellas, just let me try once.
You'll hurt yourself, Ambrose.
Ain't no way you're gonna ride powder keg, Ambrose.
Jimmy, please.
That's final.
Ambrose.
That's in trouble, Jimmy. Damn!
He's a real bulldog, ain't he? Jimmy! I've got a letter from Mr. Majors in St. Joe, signed by every supervisor in the territory, taking exception to the route change. I've asked Ambrose to deliver it.
Oh, I'd like you to go with him. Just make sure he gets there in one piece.
Oh, see, but I don't want to go.
Oh, don't thank me, son. I know how much it means to you.
Gosh, it's beautiful. How do we get down?
I don't know. Somebody must have moved the trail markers.
Is that where we're going?
Yep. But I think we're gonna have to go back that way.
Yeah! Ambrose,
no! Yeah. You okay?
Is he gonna be all right?
We'll see. Yeah, it looks like just a stone bruise. It's a valuable horse, Ambrose. Could have hurt him real bad.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. Maybe Jimmy's right. Maybe I don't belong out here.
Ambrose, what are you going to tell Majors and your uncle when we get to St. Joe?
The truth?
Yeah? What's that?
That the Indians don't want their burial grounds violated. And that the riders are being unreasonable.
Unreasonable? Well, how would you feel if you were being set up to get killed?
Jimmy, the Pony Express is in the business of delivering mail.
What's that got to do with anything?
Cutting just half a day off the delivery route to Sacramento could make a tremendous difference in keeping this company solid.
Yeah? What's that mean?
Alive.
Yeah, well, if it's all the same to you, I wouldn't mind staying solvent myself. Your kind's all the same, you know that?
And what kind is that?
Eating off a silver spoon your whole life, never having to work. Always hiding behind books, living through other people's lives instead of just going out and doing things yourself.
Is that what you really think about me?
It's true, ain't it?
You don't know me at all.
Don't worry, I ain't gonna leave you here. There's a fork up ahead. I want to see which way would be easier for your horse. Oh, and Ambrose, whatever you do, don't go anywhere. Be back in a few minutes.
On my way to summon help for Jimmy, I found myself recalling Professor Whitcomb's philosophy lectures, in which he asserted that analytic detachment is essential if one truly wishes to comprehend the meaning of life. Of course, Professor Whitcomb never wrote Powder Keg. Howdy, partners.
You sure you ain't got no friends around?
Maybe if we started cutting some pieces off of him, it'd help him remember.
Really want to do that? Drop it and untie him.
Luckily, I found Jimmy just in time.
Ambrose, can't you stay out of trouble?
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Let's get a move on. Might be able to make it to St. Joe by tomorrow. Oh, and Ambrose, no more I'm sorry's, okay?
Okay. Yep, he was darn lucky I found him when I did.
So, you're Wild Bill Hickok. You have quite a reputation, young man.
Thank you, sir, but I'd like
Mr. Majors, you're meeting with Mr. Russell.
Tell him 5 minutes and make sure my bags are packed and ready for the St. Louis stage.
Mr. Majors, the livestock voucher.
Thank you. Excuse me, sir, about that.
Just a second, Hickok. The mercantile deal, what happened?
Fell through.
Oh, damn! I wanted that one. What were you saying, Hickok? Oh, the route change. Tell Hunter I'll take his concern under advisement. Excuse me now.
Excuse me, I don't mean to be pushy, but didn't Ambrose say what would happen if you go ahead with this?
Young man, I already told you I'll take your concern under advisement. Now, good day.
Try, Jimmy.
I told you I should have gone in there. Thanks for nothing, Ambrose.
Ambrose? I assume you're here to stay.
No, sir. I haven't finished my investigation yet.
Seems to me you know everything you need to already.
I still need to know the truth, Uncle Arthur. It's important.
Be careful, Ambrose. Don't forget who you are.
How'd it go, Jimmy?
Not good.
Where's Ambrose?
Tell you the truth, Lou, I could give a damn.
Tell me what happened, son.
Ain't much to tell, Teaspoon. Majors met with Ambrose and his uncle and read him your letter. Said he'd think it over. If you ask me, I think old Ambrose sold us down the river.
Hold down. Hold.
Hey, Ambrose.
Hello, everybody.
Jimmy says you met with Majors.
That's right. Teaspoon. I tried reasoning with my uncle, but he swore up and down that Yellow Fox signed the agreement on his own free will, and that he was fine when they parted company.
But Major says he'd think it over.
That's what he said.
I guess you done the best you could, son. I want to thank you.
Teaspoon. It's hard for me to believe that my uncle would deliberately set out to get people killed.
I know.
Kid, wake up.
What is it?
I need you to read this for me.
Where'd you get this?
I just need to know what it says. Now read it.
Give it to me, Jimmy.
Read it, kid.
No.
Well, why not? You afraid we might not like you anymore when we find out which side you're on?
No, it's just none of your business. Now give it back to me.
See? Didn't I tell you it'd sell us down the river?
Jimmy, this says the company shouldn't change our route.
What?
Can I have it back now? Had no right, Jimmy.
Come on, Ambrose. I mean, you should be happy.
Oh, really? And why is that?
Because now we all know you ain't a snake like your uncle.
And you didn't know that before?
How could I?
I think you and I better step outside, Jimmy.
What?
You heard me. Come on, outside.
Come on, Ambrose, I ain't got nothing against you. Hell, we can be friends now.
Come on, Hickok.
Ambrose. Look, I don't want to fight you.
You don't got no choice.
Ambrose, I would just... The hell did you do that for?
Shut up and fight.
All right, if that's what you want. Enough! Well, he started it. It's enough, Ambrose.
Shut up.
You don't need to do this. Stay down, damn it. That's enough.
Shut up.
Gotta give him credit. He's got guts.
Yeah, and pretty soon they're gonna be all over the place. Oh, come on. Get out of the way. Come on, Bulldog. Get you cleaned up.
Come on out, Ambrose!
You're not gonna recognize yourself.
I swear, kid, that old hat of yours never looked half as good on you.
Yeah, Ike's boots look pretty good, too.
I don't know. Looks like a cowboy to me.
What do you think, Jim?
Almost.
What are you fellas doing? Huh?
Over here.
What are you...
All right. Take it off now, Ambrose. There you go.
What is this?
Look.
Bulldog!
Thanks, fella.
How's it feel?
Feels incredible.
Show them what we practiced.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Good job.
I'm a cowboy.
Don't hurt yourself. It's time to put this foolishness aside, Ambrose.
What are you doing here?
I've come to take you home.
But I'm not finished with my investigation.
It's no longer necessary. You were sent here to do a job, Ambrose, which you're clearly incapable of doing. Not only that, but you're acting like a spoiled child playing cowboy. Now, come along. I've got a business to run.
Excuse me, Mr. Merriweather, but it seems to me Bulldog's doing his job just fine.
Bulldog? Huh. Hickok, if you want to keep your job, you'll stay out of this. Same goes for the rest of you as well.
Don't you threaten me like
I'll take care of this, Jimmy. Uncle Arthur, you're risking people's lives.
Ambrose, say goodbye to your friends and come along. Now.
Sorry, I can't do that.
You don't understand. I'm not asking.
I understand perfectly.
I see. Rogers? Johnson?
You always this friendly, Merriweather?
I think you'd better leave, Uncle Arthur.
All right. If that's how you want it, you're all fired, effective immediately. Anyone caught interfering with the new riders of the Pony Express will be punished to the full extent of the law.
He can't just fire us like that.
I think he just did.
Where you going, Ambrose?
This is my fault. If I go with him, maybe you can get your jobs back.
Is that really what you want?
Doesn't matter what I want.
Yes, it does, Bulldog.
Whatever it is your uncle's up to, it's got nothing to do with you.
Don't mean we can't do something about it. What do you say?
We need your help.
And who might we be?
I'm sorry. I'm one of the riders with the Pony Express.
Oh, you're Bulldog. Yeah, I heard about you.
You did?
It's Sam Kane.
It's an honor, sir. So you know what happened?
What about the boys being fired? Yeah, I heard. Can't say I understand it, though.
I do. Marshal, my uncle is general manager of Russell, Majors, and Waddell. I believe he's planning on instigating trouble with the Indians as a way of taking over their land.
What?
He's attempting to claim a large tract of Sioux land over by Table Rock. The first rider that goes through will almost certainly be attacked, which is what he's counting on, since I believe he intends to provoke a war.
Well, why didn't you do something about this before?
Well, I wasn't sure.
And you are now?
I just found a copy of his letter of inquiry in the attorney's office under the name of Esaias Hutchins, a banker friend of his. I also know he lied to us about the Indians agreeing to let us pass. And he may have even had one of their chiefs killed.
When's the first rider due to cross Sioux land?
Tomorrow. But he won't be alone. Me and the boys plan on being out there to try and stop him.
You will, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I better round up a couple of deputies and go with you. Just in case.
I appreciate that, Marshal. Thanks.
You're welcome.
What time we heading out?
We? I've been meaning to tell you something, Bulldog.
Take this thing off. You promise to stop yelling?
All right.
Jimmy, please, you gotta let me come with you.
Don't gotta do nothing.
But Jimmy,
Will
you said...
Shut up and listen. I know I treated you like dirt before, and I was wrong for doing it. But you ain't never been in a gun battle, and this ain't the time or the place to start.
Jimmy, I can shoot. I know how.
Relax. We'll be back.
Jimmy! Hey, fellas! Come on!
Seems to me to be a whole lot simpler just letting Meriwether's boys pass through and giving the Sioux a crack at him.
And start a war?
I said simpler, not better. Rider coming.
Who the hell?
Riders are coming. They're right behind me.
Let's get behind the rock.
Yeah!
I thought you tied him up.
I did!
Didn't tell you I was double jointed, did I?
Here they come.
You sure there ain't another way around? Meriwether ain't paying us to go around. But let's go.
Stand back! We're coming through! See that guy up there? Go on, shoot him! Get back!
Can you handle this?
Yeah, I can still handle it.
Okay.
watch where you're going.
Damn, Bulldog. You saved my life. Ambrose, Jimmy, you all right? Cody, watch out! Doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. Go behind the rock.
Jimmy, be careful.
How's it going, Sam?
The truth? I don't think you can hold out much longer.
We got him pinned down! Let's take him! Let's get out of here!
Everybody all right?
Ambrose. Ambrose.
What about you, Lou?
Kid got hit. I think Ike's hurt too.
Is it over, Jimmy?
We licked him good.
It's good.
What's wrong?
I don't know. My feet feel kind of funny.
Oh, Ambrose. Can you talk to me?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Can you move your legs?
What legs?
Make me comfortable.
Sorry. I'm not Jimmy. I'm not sorry at all.
Bulldog, wake up.
Wake up, Bulldog.
You wake up! Don't you die on me. Don't you die on me!
Gentlemen, you've done this company a great service. I only wish I had listened sooner.
What's going to happen to Merriweather, Mr. Major?
Frankly, I just assumed the Indians have him. But as it is, he and that banker friend of his will be away for a very long time.
Well, I can't say I'm sorry about that.
By the way, your people said there were no Indians involved in the confrontation.
Oh, that's right.
One of Merriweather's men said there were at least 20, maybe more.
Mr. Majors, Indian burial grounds are a strange place for a white man. Every once in a while, them spirits come up through the ground just as real as can be. Know what I mean?
I see. Sounds good to me.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord.
Amen. Amen.
Thought I'd read something if it's all right, 'cause it's out of his notebook.
The West is everything I hoped it would be and more. It's taught me something I never learned in school. You see, for the first time, I can honestly say now I know what it feels like to really be alive.
So long.
Besides, this thing ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. Come on, let's get out of here. Come on, let's go! Let's go!
Stay back! Diego, we got that!
Buck, you don't look any different than you did an hour ago.
He ain't been the same since he got that letter.
I told you she's just a friend.
Mm-hmm.
An old friend.
She wouldn't happen to be an old, pretty friend, would she?
I bet she's a whole lot prettier than she is old.
She's getting married next month.
I guess it doesn't matter what I look like now.
Looks like she's here, Buck. Like how she looks, too.
She's getting married, Cody.
How soon?
Camille?
Hello, Buck.
You look so, grown up.
You look good too, Buck. It's been so long.
What happened here?
Oh, it's nothing.
She had a fall. You must be Bill Barlow.
Yeah, it must be.
I'm Buck Cross. Glad to know you. Camille wrote, told me you two were getting married.
Yeah, we sure are.
I'm very happy for the both of you.
Thanks.
You folks must be awful tired after such a long journey. Buck, aren't you going to offer him a place to stay?
That's all right. I'm sure there's a hotel in town.
We can stay for dinner. I'd like you to meet my friends.
Oh, we'd love to, Buck. Wouldn't we, Billy?
Sure.
Buck says you come all the way from Denver.
Yeah, we're heading over to St. Joe to get married.
Billy's gonna take over his father's business.
You ever been to St. Joe?
No, but seems like a good place to start raising a family.
Never figured you'd be one to settle in the city, Camille.
Well, people change.
I'm surprised you didn't have trouble traveling alone like that. You come right through Indian country.
Some of them tribes ain't known for their hospitality. Well, maybe so, but we didn't see any Indians.
Camille!
Camille, are you all right? I'll get a doctor.
Oh, God. Camille.
Don't worry, Buck. Doc will take care of it.
Thanks for all your help, Doc.
I'll check on her in the morning.
Is she gonna be okay, Doc?
It's too early to tell. It's strange how quick that fever come over her. Well, all we can do is just keep her cool and comfortable.
Could have anything to do with that bump on her head.
Maybe. But I'd like to reserve judgment until I see how she makes it through the night.
I could sit with you if you'd like.
I can take care of her myself.
Come on, Buck. There's nothing more we can do. It can be hard seeing someone after so long.
I didn't think it would be. Little Bird and I were so close.
Little Bird's her Indian name? When she showed up, I was surprised to see she wasn't a Kiowa.
She was the only survivor of a Comanche attack on a wagon train. My tribe found her, raised her as her own. Until she was 12.
What happened then?
She went back to her people.
Boy, seeing her after all that time, it's no wonder you were surprised at how she looked.
It's not that, Lou. It's just... She used to have this light in her eyes. I don't see it anymore.
That don't mean it's gone forever, Buck. You never know what might bring it back.
Billy. How's Camille?
She was up all night. Her fever's getting worse. The doctor's up with her now.
She'll be fine. She was always strong.
I know how close the two of you were.
That was a long time ago.
That's right, it was. And that part of her life is over now.
I didn't come here to argue that. I'm just worried about Camille.
Well, she's my concern now.
I just want to help.
She don't need it, you understand? I don't take with those Indian ways of yours, and she don't either no more. Just stay away from her.
Mr. Barlow, I think you better come upstairs. Why don't you come too, Buck? Maybe you can shed some light on a few things.
Bettina Judge.
She's been doing this for some time.
Chodachi. Katina Chodachi.
She was raised in it, wasn't she? What do you make of that? Is it Indian?
Yes, it's Indian.
I thought you said she's raised Kiowa.
She was speaking some other language. Camille only knew Kiowa.
Any idea what she was saying?
She kept repeating Kodahete. I've never heard of it.
Kodahete. I ain't neither. What's the doctor telling you?
Nothing.
Well, son, people have a fever, they're liable to do anything. I wouldn't pay any attention to it. Liable to say whatever comes to her mind.
I just wish I knew what Kodahete meant.
It is a name. From a tongue not spoken since the ancients walked this earth.
So how could she be speaking it?
Perhaps it was not she that was speaking.
Nice to see you again.
No, that was a long time ago.
You always talk to dogs?
Only when they talk back.
What did you mean about someone else speaking?
I think it is possible that someone is trying to steal your friend's soul.
Why?
Her soul may be very pure. These spirits would not just choose anyone.
You're crazy.
Maybe. Did she say something like Katina Chotachi? And I'm not crazy. Your friend is in great danger. And so are those who love her.
What are you talking about?
Has she tried to harm those that are close to her?
Camille would never do that. I'm wasting my time talking to you, old man.
I know what you mean.
All I was doing was putting a cold towel on her forehead when she bit me. Strangest thing, she wouldn't let go.
Well, I've never seen anything like it. Come on, my daughter will watch her while we take another look at that.
You following me?
How else would I have gotten here?
What do you want?
It's what you want that is important. You want to help your friend, to make amends.
How did you... I don't need your help.
Of course not. I'm just an old man that talks to dogs. But there is a medicine man named Whitefeather. Now, he's supposed to be very good with troubled spirits.
I've heard of him.
He has big medicine. I know how to find him. But it is a journey of personal cost.
What do you mean?
It means you have to pay me $50.
I knew it.
Listen to me. You will lose your friend forever unless you make this journey. It is up to you, my friend, to bring her out of the darkness. To give her back her light.
What are you doing?
Telling fortunes. Perhaps you would like to hear yours.
I'm not one for fortunes.
But you should be.
As long as it doesn't take long.
That's for the fates to decide. Come close. Oh, confusion, calamity, blame. But don't worry. It's not your fault. It will pass.
What's not my fault?
It shall be revealed.
How do you know Whitefeather?
I've been many places.
If you're lying to me, there's gonna be hell to pay.
Oh, then we better hope I'm not.
I don't believe this.
What?
These crazy stories about soul-stealing spirits.
Well, you don't have to. The important thing is that you're here with your friend.
Here in the middle of nowhere with some man I know nothing about.
What do you need to know?
Well, how about your name?
My name?
You know what people call you when they want to get your attention?
Bob.
Bob. It's not an Indian name.
That's why it gets my attention.
So, Indian Bob, you mind telling me where we're gonna find Whitefeather?
Thunder Mesa.
Thunder Mesa, that's holy ground.
Where better to look for a holy man?
That's a deep one.
Did you know about this?
Yes?
Then why'd you bring us here?
It's the shortest way.
We're gonna lose half a day going around this thing.
We must go across.
We?
Yes, we have to jump.
Only direction this wagon is gonna go is down.
We don't need the wagon any longer.
But you think these horses are gonna jump?
Have you asked them?
I'm done listening to you.
How badly do you want to save your friend?
I'd lay my life down for her.
Well, now's your chance. Mount up.
You're up bright and early.
I couldn't sleep much. How's she doing?
Didn't hear a peep all night. You brought flowers. That's so romantic.
I plan on getting married. Where is she?
What are you talking about?
Has anyone been up here?
No. Well, except an Indian, but he didn't do
Indian?
anything.
So what's your plan?
You think too much.
Somebody out here has to.
They thought about it. Let's go.
Dogs, horses. What's next?
That was something. You'll find there comes a time when there's no room for doubt.
Where's Claus, Marshal?
I ain't seen him today.
Figure, what's even you? He took Camille. And I'm gonna get her back.
Now hold on, Barlow. You sure about that?
Sure as a fellow at the stables will start get into a wagon with him and ride the hell off.
Buck would never do something like that.
The hell he wouldn't. He's had his eye on her ever since we came here.
Son, I known that boy for a long time. If he took her, he must have had a good reason.
Well, she's gonna be my wife, not his.
No one's arguing that. We better get to the bottom of this. You three saddle up.
I don't need no help.
I ain't offering it. I'm sending them with you. I'd hate to see you do something you might find it hard to live with.
Why don't you lift that end up and wrap it around tightly? It's too short. I'll go find you another vine. Besides, I gotta stretch my legs.
Buck?
Camille?
Could have died trying to save her.
Didn't have a choice.
Of course you did.
I didn't have to think twice about it.
It just means you love her. I'm glad you saved her.
She's grown on you?
No. I need the $50.
They couldn't have just disappeared.
Oh, there's no way they jumped it. Oh, they must have gone around. Tracks and no tracks.
What are you doing?
Making a sacred circle. We will bless it. And it will protect us.
Protect us from what?
What we fear.
What's that?
Don't know. The darkness. Night will be here soon. We should rest.
Camille, no!
Your friend grows weak. I'm afraid for her.
You don't know her. She's a fighter.
Yes. But the Dark One is growing strong within her.
Dark One, what do you mean?
Kodeheti. He'll try to take her soon.
Who's Kodeheti? Is he a person?
He was. Thousands of years ago, there were two sons of a great chief. The eldest one was good and well loved by the tribe. But the youngest one was much trouble. In time, he grew hateful and jealous of his older brother. He soon took his life. The tribe cast him out. For revenge, he cursed the earth and his people, and he swore that someday he would return and do them great harm. When he died, the tribe took his body to some secret place. There, he was buried, so as to trap his spirit in the earth. Then the chief called upon his eldest son to do eternal battle against his dark brother. And so it was that the good brother's spirit was born again. He was a man with the power to be guardian, to keep his brother's spirit in the earth.
The Dark Brothers Kodeheti. That's some story.
It's more than a story. The elder brother must have fallen to allow the spirit of Kodeheti to enter into your friend's body. Kodeheti desires and seeks revenge in her body.
Why would he choose Camille?
Perhaps she was in that forbidden place when it was desecrated.
She could never do that. She has a heart of a Kiowa.
Well, perhaps she had no choice. This is where they bedded down. Say we're about 8 hours behind them.
What do you make of these rocks, kid?
I read about a sacred hoop once. It said that danger can't enter it without being invited.
Hope it works for us.
If you're looking for a shortcut out of this lifetime, you're about to find it.
Natun, ite! Natun, ite!
These fellas seem to know you, Barlow.
Ano, histate!
You got something you haven't told us now. It'd be as good a time as any to get it off your chest.
We killed an Indian with our wagon. It was an accident, I swear it was. These men saw it happen.
Hell of a time for a confession.
Ano, histate!
Wait! We will protect him.
Toke, Iwato.
What's he saying, kid?
Something good, I hope. I think you got some explaining to do.
I suppose I do.
This is sacred ground. It's forbidden to enter this land.
Not for a true Kiowa.
I'm only half Kiowa.
Oh, I see. And is it this other half that makes you fearful of this place?
Maybe. I don't know.
But you've come this far. Why?
I told you I love her.
Many men would not come this far for love alone. There must be something more.
I owe it to her. Just after Little Bird and I were chosen by the elders to be wed, several men were asked to go on a hunt. Little Bird begged me not to go. She said something terrible would happen. I didn't believe her. When we were gone, hunters raided the camp and murdered all the women and children. They took Little Bird because she was white. Now that I found her, I don't want to let her go.
You don't have to be sorry. There's no shame in your heart.
And if there is?
Then you must face your demons. Soon. We must go.
Only a fool or a great shaman would not fear entering such a place. You're no fool.
That's a relief.
White Feather.
Yes, my young friend. But come, we must go.
I was just scared, I guess. Those Indians, I was so sure they would kill Camille and me.
Don't make sense, them running off like that.
From the way you described it, it sounds like you may have killed their medicine man. Probably scared them as much as it scared you.
I didn't mean to kill anyone. It was just an accident.
It wasn't your fault the lightning spooked those horses. But things would have been a lot better if you hadn't kept quiet about it.
Things would have been a whole lot worse if it hadn't been for this circle.
And Camille, she doesn't even have that.
Gotta get some rest.
No. We must begin when the sun goes down. Darkness is nothing. Darkness is the lack of truth. It is the absence of love. Light is the flame. It is the source. Light is understanding. It is love. There can be no darkness in the presence of light. This is the darkness that is within you. This is the light that will force the darkness out.
Camille.
Buck,
Camille.
why did you let it happen?
Little Bird.
Don't listen. It is Codiete. He speaks lies. He is the darkness that has no remorse. Do you understand?
Yes.
I call upon the Dark One to come out of this woman's body. I call upon thee, who spilled his brother's blood, to come forward. Korihete, 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 Korihete.
We meet again. Your medicine is weak, brother.
It is not my medicine that you should fear.
You're the good brother.
I've come to the end of my journey. As for you, it is about to begin.
What do you mean?
It means you don't have to pay me the $50.
What, brother?
Buck? It hurts. It hurts. The ropes are cutting me.
Be quiet. This is the darkness that is within you. This is the light that will bring that darkness out. I'm the light that will force you out. I call upon the Dark One to lead this woman. I call upon he who spilled his brother's blood. I call upon he who brings hatred. I call upon you to lead this woman. Korihete! 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 Korihete out! Come out! Come out!
Why did you leave me?
Your words mean nothing.
Do you know what they did to me?
Can't trip me.
They hurt me. I can't have it again.
Little bird, if I knew what was going to happen, how could I? Little bird.
What happened?
It's over. You look better.
I can't remember much of what happened.
It's better that way.
It's like I was dreaming. I remember stampeding horses by a river and an old Indian. Am I crazy?
No. Neither was he.
I also dreamt of the day you went on the hunt. The day the buffalo hunters came.
I should have stayed with you that day.
They would have killed you.
Still.
No. You and I were meant to serve in some other way. In other places, with other people.
Do you really believe that?
I wanted to tell you this for a long time. I know you've carried this pain heavy in your heart. I hope you'll let it go now.
Camille.
Billy.
I was so worried about you. How are you?
Buck took care of me.
Yeah. I sort of figured that. I suppose I owe you an apology. Not necessary. Just take good care of each other. We plan on doing that.
Well, it's getting late. We best get heading back to Rock Creek.
Oh, I was hoping maybe y'all could help me with something on the way back. It's the man I told you about. The one we killed with our wagon. White Feather. Do you know him? I do now.